So as this pandemic continues and in fact continues to grow, we've been checking in with mayors all over the state on the challenges they face in their communities. And tonight we want to continue that conversation with Meriden Mayor Kevin Scarpati and Windsor Mayor Donald Trinks. And we want to thank you both for joining us. Both of your communities are in red alert status right now. Mayor Scarpati, the state says Meriden has 75 cases per 100,000. Mayor Trinks, Windsor has 37.5 cases per 100,000. I want to ask you what your schools are planning after the Thanksgiving break, in person, remote, or hybrid. And we'll start with Mayor Scarpati.
Good evening. Thanks so much, and thanks for having us. Unfortunately, we continue to see our case count rise. Our schools, we are in person in elementary and middle, and we are at a hybrid model for our high schools. And that has been that way since the start of school. I want to thank all of our school officials and our teachers for staying committed to keeping our kids in school. We have an opted in or out model. So we have about 60 to 70% of our students in school right now. And we do not plan to change that as we move forward through contact tracing. We're not seeing that any of our spread is really happening tremendously in our schools. So there will be no change for us here in the city of Meriden.
All right, Mayor Trinks.
We got the split sessions going, Monday, Tuesday, class cohorts, Thursday, Friday cohorts. The numbers in the schools have been very good. And I don't know, I've not heard of anything that tells me that they're not going to continue with the current game plan.
The teachers' unions have called for schools to go to a remote learning model until increased safety measures are implemented in schools all across the state. I'd like to ask you both your response to that, Mayor Trinks.
Well, it's certainly not within my purview. I would have to refer you to the superintendent for that. But I don't believe that there's any plan to do that. I've not been privy to that. And again, our school numbers have been actually very good, and I know that they're committed to follow the governor's guidelines. All
right, Mayor Scarpati, similar answer?
Yeah, I mean, the health and well-being of our staff and faculty are certainly top of mind. We talk regularly with our union officials. I know that a superintendent and the Board of Education is doing everything they can to make sure that they're safe and they have whatever it is they need to keep our students safe. And the data is telling us right now that we can continue in-person learning.
All right. The governor has just increased fines for businesses and, say, restaurants for violations of sector rules, and it's an eye-popping exponential increase. I want to ask you how your businesses are doing and if you feel good about compliance within your communities. Mayor Trinks.
I feel very good about the compliance. I mean, we're fortunate. We don't have a lot of facilities that can hold large groups of people. And our health professionals here in town have done a great job educating. And so we're really trying to go with the educate first model. But, you know, absolutely looking at our numbers and knowing that they're coming from the general population, they're certainly not afraid to enforce it if they have to.
Mm-hmm. Mayor Scarpati.
Yeah, so similar to Windsor, we're seeing you know, some issues with really social gatherings. We've had to unfortunately issue citations to several businesses in the area, and at some points even close them down for lack of adhering to our guidelines. So, you know, the 10,000 number may be scary, but what's even scarier is the fact that there may be businesses out there that are not adhering to CDC and local health guidelines. And so, you know, similar to Mayor Trinks, it's a continuing education, not just for our residents, but also for business owners, that we need to do everything we can to keep everyone safe.
And Mayor Trinks, I know you just posted a video, well, actually a couple of weeks ago now, on your town's website, just urging people to stay the course, continue the safety measures, wear a mask, wash your hands, keep your distance. Your advice, I would assume, remains the same for the general population in your community.
That's correct, and thank you. That's one of a number of PSAs that we're trying to put out, you know, via the town's social media outlets as well as the website in town, to just educate and promote the idea of the social distancing, the hand washing, the masks. We need to do that, and if we're going to come together as a town and get through this, we all need to adhere to those.
All right, Mayor Scarpati, testing continues to be a problem. Long lines, long wait times, which has got to be something of a deterrent factor to people at a time when we need them to get tested. Are people in your community working on some sort of plan to speed up the process and shorten the wait times? And how might the state help?
Yeah, it's absolutely frustrating. We were just on a call with DPH officials, as well as our two great partners here in our city, Hartford Healthcare and Midstate Medical Center and Community Health Center. Unfortunately, both are seeing tremendous increased volumes over the last 2 to 3 weeks. At Midstate Medical, they're testing over 400 people a day. And over at Community Health, they're seeing over 200 people a day. Wait lines can see more than 3 hours long. And what's more frustrating is the fact that test results are taking upwards of a week to come in. And that's an added burden on our health departments to then do the contact tracing back over the course of that period of time. And so very, very frustrating. And I know that the state is doing everything it can to help work with different laboratories, as well as the National Guard, to find folks that can come in and give assistance wherever it's needed. And so we continue that plea on a daily basis.
Okay, and just briefly, I'd like to ask you both, starting with Mayor Trinks, just what's your message for your people for Thanksgiving?
Please, please have a great holiday. Have a great holiday season as it comes upon us. But please maintain your social distance wherever possible. Maintain your masks inside and outside. Extreme hand washing. Keep your groups small. I think we're right at 9 people. So it worked out that way. But just keep that, because the only way we're going to get through this are just very basic, easy ways of preventing it. Mask, hand washing, distance.
All right, Mayor Scarpati.
Yeah, so this Thanksgiving more than ever, right? Try and have dinner, but with those folks in your household. Don't gather, don't go out, don't travel, and do everything you can. If anything, use it as a learning experience, because for the first time we're going to attempt home cooking here, and so it'll be a trial and error, but we're the only judges. So if anything else, do your best to stay safe this holiday season, and I wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving.
All right, Meriden Mayor Kevin Scarpati, Windsor Mayor Donald Trinks, thank you both for sharing with us. Best of luck to you and your communities.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Stay safe.
Good discussion there, Brent. Still to come on the news at 5, tightening COVID restrictions on Connecticut businesses ahead of the holiday season. What businesses could face if they violate the governor's orders?